Yeah, so Kratsooo, 46% win rate so far. Again, probably he would tell you a little bit below what he wants it to be. But, you know, he's a great player. We've seen that. He was in the quarterfinals at the World Cup in 2024. And definitely we know what he's capable of. Clement, pretty similar, honestly. I mean, I think they're pretty close to each other right now in the table. So this is definitely an important match for those purposes as well. But we see pretty similar stats across the board from both players here.
Yeah, definitely similar. Should be a close matchup. Again, I think Clement coming off that win right now is really big for him. He just shot up to 34th. I know he was farther down there, so good stuff for him. Again, he's only played 11 matches. Kratsoo's played 15, so it's a pretty big difference. And as you said, yep, they are pretty close.
Yeah, the ratios of points to matches played are very, very similar. So definitely both still in the running for at least those regional spots, but this is a hugely important match.
Yeah, gonna be a fun one. Gonna go into moving first, which is Kratsoo's strong suit, so we'll see what he can do. Maybe we get some 5Ks.
Yep, Kratsooo, a very capable player across the board, but certainly compared to Clement, moving is going to be his strongest mode. Both with signs for Almere here, which is that city where both of their pins are. So I'd imagine we will not see too much damage done here. See if Kratsooo can line it up. Ooh, did he get it? Ah, he had it. He had the 5K. He clicked it. Didn't quite register.
Still a great guess. 4995 to start us off.
Yeah, but we see that quick ability to narrow down and pinpoint from Kratsooo there. Very, very impressive. Almost starting the match with a 5K. Here we are in the UK.
Looks like it. Round 2. What can they find? Let's see. Clement moving around actually a lot more than Kratsooo.
Yeah, Kratsooo hasn't been doing a lot of moving, which is interesting. I don't know if he's trying to remember something he saw in the bin. Maybe he's trying to think of it, but he looks a little bit frustrated. What does that
Running
say?
through the noggin.
Does that say a city? Does that say Bedford or something? I just can't. Yeah, the screens are too small. I can't quite see.
We'll see if they can get to any more signs. Kratsooo in a street with more going on. Clement has a bus
There's
and
a
a
sign
home
there.
design London.
It does say London, so that might be where we are. Kratsooo's going to get to the same sign. Will he have time? Oh, he actually sees it a little bit better. So
Is he gonna have time to use that though? So little time. Both in outskirts of London. Clement closer. Wow.
Yep. Kratsooo's still quite close though, so very little damage dealt, but nicely done there by Clement using that information and narrowing it down. Norway.
Nice round 3 Norway. Beautiful as always.
Kratsooo, maybe a little bit of PTSD from Norway. I'm not sure he wants to see Norway right now after that Kirkenes round against Armani, but we'll see what happens here. This one's a little bit different, much more rural, kind of in the middle of a fjord here. But again, most of the Norwegian coast can look very similar to this location, so we will see where the players end up.
They're both so close to each other right now.
Yep,
They're like on the exact same
close.
spot.
It's amazing,
How?
actually.
That is amazing to see. Clement does move actually. Oh, and he moves back. Wow.
Did we get a wave?
Kratsooo looks shocked.
He looks shocked. I don't know. Is it the fact that their guesses were so similar, or
I don't know.
I don't know.
Actual mouth drop moment for Kratsooo on that one. We will be interviewing the winner of this matchup at the end of the broadcast, so if it happens to be Kratsooo, I'm going to ask him why he had the mouth drop there. But we'll see. Whoever wins, we'll get to chat with.
So we have Japan. Some of the guy wires, is sort of black and white, or yellow and black striped guy wires, are most common in the north of the country, including Hokkaido. That is a Hokkaido plate. I think both players see the Hokkaido electricity plate, so I imagine both will be correctly in Hokkaido here. Although Kratsooo has not zoomed yet.
Yeah, Kratsooo yet to open the map. We're coming up on 15 seconds left. Music's gonna get more intense. Gonna speed up. 10 seconds. Clement Guess is in. Kratsooo. Zooming in Hokkaido now. Going Sapporo.
It is kind of hedging between Hakodate. I know he's on the south coast. We'll see.
It is South Coast. A good guess from Clement's gonna have him a little bit closer, but not by too much. 42 points of damage.
I wonder what made him go south coast. I don't know if he saw water or maybe there was a sign for a port or something, but nicely done there by him.
Very nicely done. We go to round 5 now.
Urban South Africa here. South Africa can be pretty tricky. It can be often hard to find information. Area codes are often a good clue that you get, and sometimes you get town names and road numbers, but does he have... Clement has a sign. I can't read it, but maybe he can? Not sure. He's up near Uppington, which is definitely pretty far out there. He's locked it in, so... I don't know, but Kratsooo doesn't have info from what I can tell, so he's just going to have to make a guess here. He is near Uppington, too.
South of it, though. Now he's just closer to Uppington. Oh, wow, he moved off of it. He was much closer. 75.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe that was just a general vibe guess on the landscape, because I'm not sure either player had anything very concrete there, but nicely done.
Very nicely done. Round 6.
Here's India. We've got maybe Hindi, although again it could always be Marathi. There are a couple languages that look very, very similar. It is unusually dry, if anything.
Yeah, it's strange.
For a Hindi-speaking area. I mean, Rajasthan can get this level of dryness, so maybe we're there.
Neither player's really found anything either yet, so gonna be a hard guess. We'll see. Kratsooo, back at spawn.
Neither player has found much here. Again, it's just gonna come down to more of a vibe guess here. 5 seconds. Here they go. Rajasthan. Clement's much further east in Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Who will it be? It's in between them. It is Madhya Pradesh. This is the second time Clement... was it Clement earlier? Yes, was closer. Was in the right state, but not closest.
In India, yep.
In India.
That one was also right by the border, but I think you're right that it was Madhya Pradesh. But yeah, to be fair... With that one, it's more of just a landscape thing rather than... I don't think that there were any state-specific clues. But maybe, though. Maybe Clement saw like a poll or something that was exclusively Madhya Pradesh. I'm not sure. But either way, definitely pretty unlucky for him.
Definitely unlucky. We have some language here. Some Turkish language. Clement, going near Istanbul north. Kratsooo, not up on the map. We don't know what he's thinking. 30 seconds. He does open the map. He's thinking North Coast too. Actually... Zoom in a similar area, but now considering farther east. So is Clement.
Kratsooo chasing this little van, but it's going farther away from him. Oh, that's a... Does it say Samsun? Doesn't that say Samsun? Samsun Büyükşehir Belediyesi, I think.
Oh yeah,
there he goes.
Yeah,
Man,
it does.
Took him a sec, but they're both there now.
You got it, Clement too.
Is Clement
He's gonna get the Kratsooo might get the 5K right here. He is so close. That's a 4998.
Wow. Yeah, that sign was on his screen for a little while. It took him a second to actually get there, but he gets there in the end, and he keeps the lead going into round 8.
Very nice stuff. 4.5 times damage now. Is it US possibly? Betsy Lane. Shout out to Betsy, I guess.
Yeah, not much going on that sign, but maybe on this main road there will be something. This looks kind of Appalachian, if anything. Floyd County.
Kratsooo also got a green sign.
Unless you're Debray, you're probably not going to know U.S. counties.
Yeah. We'll see if they can find anything at all.
Don't mind a Kentucky guess. Kratsoo's got an area code. Ooh, I think he knows them.
Does he?
I think he knows them.
859 area code. He might be trying to remember right now. Where's
yeah,
he
looks hesitant. He's not sure. He's going Tennessee.
So the guesses will be close. Timer runs out. Clement,
Kentucky.
what a gas there. That's going to be a big comeback for him. That's 4,300 points of damage. Clement now with a massive lead going into round 9.
Kratsooo might have misremembered the code, or I'm not totally sure. There's so many of them to remember, it totally makes sense that he would make a mistake, but yeah, round 9, Clement with the lead. Is this like North Maluku or something? Yeah, we have a Christian church. I would guess North Maluku here.
I do like it. Let's see if Kratsooo gets any information on that sign there. Clement possibly just going to place in a guess with no info. We'll see. No, he's continuing to move now.
And Christianity is less common in most parts of Indonesia, but there are parts of it, like North Sulawesi and North Maluku, that have a lot more. It could also be like North Sumatra, I'm not sure, but we'll see if Kratsooo has info, maybe?
He's looking at Sulawesi now. He's Gorontalo. He's in
Gorontalo is one of the most Muslim provinces in the entire country, so I don't think it's Gorontalo, but it could be North Sulawesi.
They're both in Gorontalo. Let's see. Wow, Clement.
Wow.
That
wins
wins
it.
him the moving game.
Wow, I stand corrected, actually. Christian churches in that area are very rare, but fair enough. Great guess from Clement. Lined it up beautifully, and he takes the moving game, which is, again, probably unexpected. Kratsooo losing the moving game to both Armani and Clement. But we saw him make the comeback against Armani, so we'll see if he can do it here.
We'll see if he can. Maybe we get to an NPZ. It would be exciting. Everyone loves to see it. Yeah, it's actually surprising. Kratsooo, 14 moving games played and has somehow only won 6 of them. Maybe the pressure's getting to him in this World League format.
Yeah, again, he's a very well-rounded player, but of course does have a lot of moving experience. So I think, I think his moving performances so far have been a little bit weaker than expected. But he's so good at the other things that he still shines.
Round 1 now. We're on no move. 1360 Pano. That's all we get. Kratsooo.
Brodsk. Different guesses. Clements and Kizel, which it doesn't look nearly dry enough to be Kizel in my opinion, but who knows? He's thinking about Irkutsk. He's gonna switch. He's just head. It actually is Kizel. Wow.
Wow. He's mind blown about it. Moving off of it at the last second.
Man, I'm falling off. I'm making all sorts of wrong calls now, but that was an unusually green round for Kizel.
It was. Round 2. US, possibly Canada. US feels a little more likely here, just based off of the look of things. We have a Minnesota guess from Clement. Did he just move it to Wisconsin? I think he did. Oh, he's moving it even farther down, now in Illinois.
Yep. Kratsooo in Indiana, I think, right now.
Okay, we have Indiana, we have Wisconsin at this point. With 30 seconds left, are they going to commit? Will they move it?
US always tricky in such a big country. Lots of points on offer here.
And not much to go off of on this particular round. Just trees. 5 seconds. Wisconsin and Indiana-Ohio border almost. They keep it there. The time runs out. Who has it? It's Kratsooo in Indiana. Gonna break Clement's flawless here and even it out. Kratsooo, 500-point lead.
Bounces back with an excellent guess again. We saw him lose the moving game to Armani and then lock in, take the match anyway. Wouldn't shock me if he's able to pull it off again. Again, people think of him as being really good at moving, so they tend to underappreciate just how good Kratsooo is in no move at NPZ, but he really is a master at all 3 modes.
Round 3. Is Clement maybe lining something up here? Got a road he likes. Is Kratsooo looking at the same road right now?
Yeah, they're both in the 109.
Yep. 109.
Yeah, it certainly could make sense. Looks very northern vegetation. So North Quebec definitely could work.
Definitely possible. The timer runs out. Who has it? If anyone, Clement is going to be closer, but both on the correct road. Really impressive stuff.
Yeah, really impressive getting the road there. Fao would be proud, I'm sure.
Yes, he would. Fao will be up next as well, so stay tuned for some Canada guessing. Round 4 now. 2.5 times damage. Multi, getting serious. We have Clement zoomed in on Malaysia, Kratsooo as well, both on the mainland too. Clement places his pin north of Kuala Lumpur.
Does make sense. You see this like sort of curved, not awning, but the way that the roof sticks out and then kind of curves down. That's very, very common in Malaysia. You get it in some parts of Indonesia too, but yeah, with the way that that house looks, I do like the Malaysia guess a lot.
Kratsooo now in Terengganu. Clement and Perak.
Yep, similar guesses here. Not too much damage done, but great guess from Clement.
Really good guess from Clement. Wow. Nice lead now for Clement. 500 points here. Still pretty close though. Round 5, 3 times damage. We find ourselves in Panama.
Very specific zoom from Kratsooo in Bocas del Toro. I don't know what it is that's making him think here, but could be. I'm no Panama expert.
Yeah, me neither, so we'll see. Very different guesses. Clement, close to the capital. And again, as you said, Kratsooo, so specific right now. Oh, Clement considering it?
He is. I don't know what they see that makes them think this. I don't know if there's some kind of meta that I'm unaware of or if they can see mountains, but Clement is definitely thinking about it.
Timer's running out, guys. There's 10 seconds left. Kratsooo moves a little farther south. Clement staying in Panama City. This could be really big points with 3 times damage. Yep, they're leaving it in the areas they're in. Who's closer? The time is up. It's Clement! Kratsooo! His very specific guess did not pay off. He's going to take 2,700 points of damage.
It's a massive hit. Clement just sticking with the Panama City vibe, and it works out. Kratsooo on his last legs here, but he's not done yet. Nigeria here.
Not out of it. Could be doable to make a comeback. Multis are big enough. Enough rounds are left. Kratsoo's got to play really well if he wants to take us to NMPZ. If not, Clement will take a 2-0 and gain 3 points in his world ranking. 40 seconds.
Yeah, there's some writing there, but both players are trying to read that, but I don't think it has anything very helpful on it. We have a lot of palm trees around, which suggests that we might be towards the south of the country, towards the coast. Both players in very similar areas right now.
Yeah, basically both directly west of the same exact city. Clement moves farther south. Locks it in. Kratsooo, 8 seconds left. Keeping it where he first placed it. Is he gonna keep it there? He moves a tiny bit farther south, but both players really close to each other. Clement, a wee bit closer.
Great guesses, too.
Yeah, really nice guesses. That brings Kratsooo below 1,000 health. He's in the red.
But he stays alive. Just needs a good round. Europe will be interesting, because it's not always obvious what country you're in. I'll be trying to use the architecture, the landscape. Kratsooo in Italy, which I think makes sense given the house that we saw. I also thought it could be something like Slovenia or Austria, but we'll see. Kratsooo going in the eastern part of the Po Valley near the mountains.
Clement right there too. Is he going to keep it there? I think he is.
It makes a lot of sense with the mountains to the north. Yep.
The guesses are so similar, but Clement a little closer again, chipping away that damage. Kratsooo, 676 health now. Clement, 4,500.
Kratsooo running out of health, but also running out of time. Only 3 rounds left here.
Yep, round 8 now. Got a 10-round limit, so if we make it to 10, that's it. Seems like we're in Japan. Both players guessing very central, middle of the country. But 50 seconds. Looks like they're going to take their time.
These Japanese forest rounds are so difficult. I mean, when you don't have any kind of infrastructure, any poles, anything like that, these forest roads can look so similar throughout the country and are very, very tough to tell apart.
Very hard. We've seen some end games before in the World League.
Kratsooo
Random
moving
Japanese
north.
forest.
This might be game here.
Yeah, he does move it north. Clement staying central. Very central guesses. It's in between them, but Clement is closer, so that's going to keep him alive and deal some damage there. 1,500 down to Clement's health, but he is still above half health. Kratsooo, if he wants to do this, he's going to need to do it next round or the following. That's all he has. Round 9, 5 times damage. No move. Kratsooo can't take this. Clement's going to win 2-0.
Thailand here. Both players will know the country, but it's not necessarily an easy round to region guess. These almost look like they could be rubber trees or something, which could pull you further south, but we don't have a lot of palms, which is more typical of the north. We will see what the players converge on here. Kratsooo going for Prashrup Kurikon, so he's between the north and the south. The thinnest part of the country.
Pressure on. Clement needs to
Clement's
follow,
just
and
going
he's
east
farther
on.
north.
We'll see. Oh my gosh. And you see the reaction from Kratsooo. He might have been considering going in that area. He would have taken the lead or maybe even the win, but as it stands, he needs to win round 10.
This is it. It's close now, so it's doable, and we're on India, big country, massive points with 5.5 times damage on offer. Let's see what can happen. Clement zooming in south. He has a pin in. Kratsooo trying to read that little house there if he can.
I can't tell what it says. We have a lot of palm trees. Clement's pin is in Kerala, which makes a lot of sense given the landscape. I can't quite tell what the characters on that building are. It could be Canada. It could be. I can't tell.
It's
I don't
really
know.
hard to tell. It looks like both players are kind of trying to line it up, the language with the map. Kratsoo's moved around a lot.
Tamil Nadu, now he's in Goa. It could be Goa. I mean, I don't hate that guess either. Landscape-wise, it works. I like the West Coast in general. Just more of a hedge from Clement. Either player could take it.
We'll see. They're not too far apart. Wow!
Andhra
Oh
Pradesh.
my. Nobody is on it, but Clement is slightly closer and with more health overall. Takes the no-move game, which wins him the entire matchup. Wow.
And you see the frustration from Kratsooo. He's already gone. That's so unfortunate for him.